Welcome to the Nana Cheche Show, the show that makes you feel so comfortable, so good, and makes you want to do something. And today I have an exclusive interview with the one and only Diana Hamilton. Wow. Welcome,
Thank
Diana.
you. Thank you.
It's good to have you on set.
Same here. Thanks for having me, Nana. I appreciate this.
Diana, I know you've been singing for long. And how long have you been?
I've been singing all my life. I've been singing for as long as I can remember. Because I remember 7 years I was singing and getting compliments like you're singing like an adult and all that. But I must say that I held my first microphone as a solo artist when I was 13, because I did that on my 13th birthday, and it was good. They enjoyed it, so it meant that I wasn't the only one enjoying it in my room. And exactly a year after that, I got a contract to be backing a very big time musician in Africa, Ghana at that time. And so yes, professionally, about 14 years I started getting paid.
Quite interesting, because you know, in the world of music, we have CeCe Winans, Whitney Houston, Michael Jackson. They all started at a very tender age, and so missed out on their childhood.
Okay.
Well, should I say, growing up as a child? Have you missed that?
Oh no, I didn't. I didn't, because I was a child. I went to school like everyone else went to school. I had friends like everyone else had friends. I think I didn't become a solo artist, recording artist at that early age. I was a backing vocalist, so always behind somebody doing the singing. I got the chance to sing at church, but that was it. I got the praises and all that, but no, I didn't miss out. I had all the fun an African little girl would have. Went through school like everyone else. Got little special treatments in school, like getting exeats to go out because my headmaster loved me and my voice. But yeah, it was all right.
So were you the favorite of the headmaster?
Yes.
You were getting...
Yeah, I didn't have to go through my house mistress or anything. I just went straight to the headmaster. He'd go out his drawer, got me exeat, and I was out. If I had to go sing.
Some people write their music as maybe in the bathroom. We hear kids, some kids when they're having their bath, or some, you know, very interesting places. That is when they decide to write down some lyrics. Where is your favorite? Your favorite?
I think it's the bathroom. Now that you're saying that, that's the time I get to have some alone time, but before I get my lyrics, God would have given me a word, as in the basis of my song, and then I build upon it. So yes, in the kitchen, in the bathroom, when I'm alone, but more time, prayer time, I get a few things. So yeah, everywhere really. Everywhere
really. And why didn't you pursue your music career as a full-time, you know, gospel artist, and branched into nursing?
It's good you say that, because that's what everybody thought I should have done. In fact, my junior high school headmaster thought I should have gone straight. You know, in Africa, that's where you start. That's where you define your life. After junior high school, the course you do in senior high school determines what you be in future. And he said to me, "Why don't you do music in school?" And I said, my dad said no. I don't want her to pursue music in school. And it's so funny, because at that time, I had in mind that the music school brought you out to do this opera kind of songs, and you either play the keyboard or you sing, ooh. And I wasn't really into that. So I said, nah, music is not my style to do in school. I just loved what I was doing, singing in church and all that. And my mother also said to me that she wanted me to go to school, learn a profession, get a profession, get paid from the profession, and not depend on music at that early age to feed me. Because she felt that as a Christian, if I depended on music to feed me, I would lose the spirituality of my singing, and hence going to school to do something else.
So can I say that going to school and, you know, doing all these subjects, was music one of your best subjects, and were you on top of your class?
Funny enough, I was so good at technical drawing. I was so good at doing technical drawing, and because of that, I wanted to do architecture.
Interesting.
Interesting. I was always first in my class when it came to technical drawing. In high school, we did a little music, but I was actually good in the practicalities of music, the vocal bit.
Okay.
As of now, my husband has bought me a Phantom X or whatever keyboard at home, and I don't know a single thing on the keyboard. He wants me to learn it, but I always want to do the singing. I think I will sit down and get me a coach, please.
I'll definitely get you a coach. So you branch into, now I've gotten to know you love architecture, but you branch into nursing. Why nursing?
Right. So yes, back to where I was before I said. Okay, I did science, and then after school, between school and university, I had the opportunity to, actually before senior high school, I was nursing an aunt of my mom's sister. She was a nurse, and she was dying out of cancer. And at that very early age, I became an improvised nurse, a non-qualified nurse, performing every duty as a nurse, changing her wound, doing her wound dressing. I was giving her injections. She trained me to do that. I got very attached to her, and she died at home out of cancer. And after that, I got so interested in nursing, and I was so glad that the course I had taken to do in secondary school was going to land me into nursing, because I thought she was a nurse. She was a brilliant, brilliant nurse. Her funeral brought people from all over Ghana just to come and see her because she had been good to them. So that's where my interest came in. And she was a woman who supported me with my singing as well. On her sick, dying bed, she made sure I looked good to go out and sing.
Well, singing, because you come from a family of eight siblings, and your auntie also supported you. How about your siblings? Because most of the famous families in gospel music are always collaborating with each other and doing albums and, you know, out there singing. Which of your parents, first of all, was into singing?
My dad.
All right.
My dad sings beautifully. He's a minister in a Church of Pentecost. And whenever the ministers met, he was your praise and worship leader. So my dad is a very good singer. He loves worship. And he put in us the spirit of worship. He made us understand worship. And it's funny that all 8 of us, my father adopted one more, so we count ourselves as 9. Out of the 9 children, 8 of us loved to, in fact, all 9 of us loved to sing. One of my brothers didn't have the voice to sing, and it's amazing. Even now, he's getting it. He's getting there. He's not missing his keys anymore. But it was me and my little sister who took it a little bit further. Everyone else enjoyed to sing at church, but my little sister also loved to sing so much that I featured her in my second album. And you might not be able to tell the difference. She sings like me.
Does she look like you?
Young. She looks like me. She acts like me. She dresses like me. She talks like me. Adelaide is like Diana Hamilton. And it's funny that our kids, she just gave birth to her son, who's about 3 months younger than my twins. And his boy and my boy are like twins.
All right.
They're like twins. They look so much alike. It's amazing.
So your auntie passed on, and you just decided to go and do the nursing. And apart from your auntie inspiring you, and you know, taking care of her, what other things? What, you know, made you
to do nursing?
Yeah.
It was first of all my aunt. I think it was more to do with my aunt. And then as time went on, I fell in love with the job. I so much loved the job that and one of the good reasons why I did nursing was, you know, you go in there, you give out your best, and you don't bring any work home. Unlike every other job, that teachers are worse. They bring marking home, and I needed my peace of mind to do my singing because I loved to sing. But as time went on, as I said, I loved the work I did. For instance, I entered into a ward in the morning, and patients are lying in beds all messed up and creased beds and lying in wee and all that, and give myself 2 hours, and I'd have put a smile on every other patient's face. You know, it kind of brings me joy.
Do you sing to them? Do you sing to your patient?
No, I sing on the ward, I can't help it. I sing when I'm working. And if I'm not singing, I look very miserable. So I love to sing because I get tired when I've done a 12-hour shift. So the singing keeps me going. But we live in England. You have to be careful who you sing to. If the person is not a Christian, you end up finding yourself in trouble. But I hear a patient going, beautiful voice, darling, wonderful voice. Yeah, I know. Just go on.
I want to get more personal with you. You're a woman that for some time when you got married, I know you were married to this wonderful doctor. It's amazing that nurse and doctor.
Do you want to go there?
I'll come to that. I'm coming. But after you got married, you were trying for
years
for baby because of years, of course, but most people get married and then the next thing is the baby should appear or there should be a baby in the marriage, and it wasn't coming. How were you feeling?
It was a very difficult time for us, for myself and my husband, more because of pressure from outside, never from my husband, never from my family, never from his family. But we come from a society where did I tell you I was an African?
Yes, you did. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So we come from a society where after marriage, 3 months after marriage, if anybody sees you, they're not looking at your face, they're looking at your tummy. And then after 6 months, they start coming back to your face to ask you what is happening. So if it goes past a year and it goes past 2 years, the questions would have saturated your life so much that you think that childbirth or the end of the world. And I kind of got to a point like that. But I was blessed for this ministry. I was blessed for my husband, who was very supportive. I was very busy. To have a husband, to be singing almost full time, and to be working full time, I had very little time to sit down and cry. But my most down times are the end of the month when I see blood. Those were my difficult times. And when that came past, I had a husband who would say, love, we've prayed, let it be. If it'll happen, it'll happen. And that carried me through. But you stepped outside and the pressure started coming.
And you just said that because you were singing full time and you're working, so you didn't have time to cry. In those moments, were you writing songs or lyrics around, the baby not coming, or were you writing lyrics to praise God?
It's funny you ask. My first album, I had just been married for a year, and actually the first year we didn't want it, so we were kind of planning against it. So I didn't think I had a problem. And it's funny that I sang a song which said the heavens will speak. And 2 years down the line, people thought that I sang that song because I needed the heavens to speak on my behalf. But no, I didn't. I wrote that song for my family, for my sister who was going through some hard times. And herself, she wanted married, she wanted her documents and all that. And I kind of needed God to speak for us. There were other things going on in my family, but I never thought I had a problem. So that song was not mine. And then after that song, I did another album, and I decided I wasn't even going to say that. I was going to prophesy and praise God and say all sorts of good things, not to moan, not to cry. So I wrote a song like, beloved, I pray that you prosper above everything else, that God will make you the head and not the tail, above and not beneath, a lender and not a borrower. And I wrote these songs and sang them, and it was hits. And there was a particular track on that album which said that God has been good to us, and that whenever we wake up in the morning, to ascribe all glory to him. And I had to be mentioning things that God had done. So I went through the line of, he woke you up this morning, you know, he made the blind to see, he gave the needy some things, you know. I was seeing these things and I couldn't, there was a particular thing that I couldn't say, as in he made, or he can make the barren have twins or have children. I couldn't bring myself to say that. And looking back, I don't understand why I couldn't say it. But I couldn't, because I didn't have children. And if I'm saying God is able to do it, why hasn't he done it for me? So those were the difficult times in my ministry as a musician.
So can I say that your albums were your babies then?
Oh yeah.
And you have three albums under your, I always say,
belt.
You're under your belt, and they're all been nominated for awards. And you recently won the Ghana Gospel Music Award. And then which other one? Tell us which other one.
I won Africa Gospel Music Awards, Best Artist Europe. I won one in Italy, the Gospel Music Awards. It's a couple around the corner here and there.
Awards here and there. And so we come back again to your album babies, but now real babies. So you've tried, and then after 6 years.
Yes.
6 years, that day, that moment that, you know, you were saying that you always were sad at the end of the month when, you know.
And I got so much aware of my body. You know, before marriage, I didn't care. But when I got married, I got so much aware. And it's so funny that I wouldn't go past. It was 28 plus or minus 4. And it was that constant.
Wow.
Every month, 28 plus or minus 4, as in 24 to 32. So I surely will show up. I was so constant.
Always. And so that day,
that when I passed it, I knew this was it.
This was it.
I knew this was it.
Did you have your test at home, or you went to the
home? At home. Yeah, and it's so funny because my husband dreamt about it. You know, we had prayed about it. We had prayed so much. We had gone into an agreement with God on my album. You know, I was telling you about my second album, the fact that I couldn't say that God can give twins. And after I came home, I said to God, I don't want to go through this ordeal anymore. So if I'm going to go back to the studio to sing again, I need you to bless me with the fruit of the womb. And until you do that, I'm not going back to sing.
And this was not IVF.
This is the miracle of it. I had to tell God that, listen, you had to come through for me, because otherwise I'm not going back to the studio. And so I wrote a song. I said, for you to know that I'm desperate, I want you to come through for me. I sat down and I wrote a song that this is my testimony. I serve a living God. If he can give me twins, he can do it for you. And God did it for me.
If he can give Diana twins, a boy and a girl, without IVF, then it means he can do it for you as well. So tell us, what was that moment? I want you to, I know you'd be screaming, but you know.
My husband had a dream that I was pregnant. So he got up one morning and it's like, I dreamt you were pregnant. We had gone to the doctor saying you were pregnant. And I had missed my time. So we had a test at home. And I had never in my life tested, because I always had the impression that pregnancies go up, they don't go down. So if you're pregnant, it will come up. And I told you I was very regular, so I never had the chance to test negative or positive. And this particular time I do it. And it says wait 3 minutes, and it was one of them electronic ones. So I tested it and I left it in the bathroom and I came indoors. And to be honest, Nana, this was the longest 3 minutes ever in my life.
More than waiting for your exams result.
Oh, that on the So then I tested, and then I came back to my room, and I went, and with an electronic one, so it says pregnant.
So you screamed.
No, I didn't.
You didn't. You were shocked.
Oh my God.
But you were expecting it.
This is the thing. You know, when you're expecting something, it comes and you still don't believe it. So I left, and we live in a 2-bedroom house, and this is the bathroom. This is one room, and this is my room, and the bathroom, and the stairs. I had that small space. So then I entered the guest room. I come to my room. I go to the bathroom, have a look at it again. To be honest, I kept that for 24 hours until it went off the screen.
And how was your husband's reaction as well?
He wished that he had seen it when I was doing it.
All right.
And he was like, "Why didn't you wait for me?" I'm like, I couldn't wait for you. I had to test it.
Okay.
He was excited.
So now you're pregnant. Baby developing, and then you had to go for your scan.
Yes.
And then you went for the scan.
We went for the scan, and the lady goes, "How many children have you got?" I said, "This is going to be my first." I said, "Well, you're going to have 2.
Wow.
So what did you say? She said, "Well, you're going to have 2. I said, "Later I will try for another one." No, you're going to have twins. You were joking.
So that was another miracle.
That was another miracle. And then we go on. And then we're like, okay, we're having twins. But I wanted a boy and a girl. It was either a boy and a girl or 2 girls. I so much wanted to buy all the pinks. And do my baby's hair and put all the ribbons in the hair. And so I so much wanted a girl. It was either a boy and a girl or 2 girls. I didn't want 2 boys. So I go for this 20-something weeks test you do. And I went, the lady's doing the scan. Right, we have a boy here. Oh, that's the first one. Oh,
you
God.
should have been still happy. You were still happy.
I was happy, but I wanted a girl. So
okay.
if she had said a girl here, I wouldn't have cared what the other one was. But now she's saying you have a boy. Lord, please let this other one be a girl. Okay. Michaela won't stay still for us to see whether she's a girl or a boy.
So Michaela is your girl's
name? My girl's name. And she's tossing, she's crossed her legs. She doesn't want us to look at what sex she is, so you're gonna have to get up and walk a bit and come and let's try again. And we did that, and she went, right, I think we have a girl here. We're not 100% sure. I'm like, yeah, whatever, we have a boy and a girl.
When she said, I think we have, did you just
No,
jump
I
up or
didn't. I didn't. I was calm.
You're calm.
I was calm, but I was excited.
You were excited.
We just got up, started our shopping and everything. And I had a beautiful pregnancy.
It's a double.
It's a double. Like no morning sickness.
Wow.
I know.
No morning sickness.
No morning sickness.
Good for you.
I'm blessed. I think when God comes in, He does it beautifully, so you know that He's the one doing it. No morning sickness at all, and people didn't even see I was pregnant. People never thought I was going to have twins. It came as a shock to my church, to my friends, because we kept it to ourselves.
You kept it as a secret. And now you have your girl and your boy and the beautiful kids. What next? More babies?
Oh, Jesus, I haven't thought about that. I was talking to my husband this morning, and we were like, it's my husband's birthday. And like, you're growing old, should we try for another one? He goes, I'm fine. I'm like, yeah, I'm also fine. Come on, let's just get on with life. So I think we're fine.
You're just taking it easy.
I think we're taking it easy now.
What about music? Any more albums in the pipeline this year?
No, not this year. Not this year, because I'm still promoting Blessings, which came after the twins came, hence the name Blessings. So we're seriously promoting that, doing a world tour. But I'm seriously working on my next album. Not this year, maybe end of next year.
What
Talking about tour, you're also doing a peace tour in Ghana, and you're an ambassador for a
mosquito control program.
Would you elaborate on that?
Right. I believe that I'm originally from Ghana, and Ghana has been good to me. We've enjoyed peace in Ghana. And this year, the end of the year, December 2012, they're having an election, and it's a bit tense in Ghana. And I felt this is Diana's way of giving back to society, just to use a position God has put us to educate, to sensitize people on the need to maintain peace. So it's basically going around more Ghana and the rest of the world. Everywhere I go, I take my documents and get people to sign up for peace. I've opened a page on Facebook, and people just have to like the page. So they've signed up for peace and say that in their own way are going to contribute to a peaceful election and a peaceful Ghana. As part of that, Diana's way of giving back again, one of the serious diseases in Ghana is malaria. It's taking lives. It's stopping people from going on holidays in Ghana because you can't go with your children, or you have to give them all these prophylactic treatments and all that. And so I decided to take on a job which says, and you know, the malaria is caused by mosquitoes. Now, mosquitoes come as a result of unhygienic areas, stagnant water and all that. So I'm embarking on a campaign which says Clean Nation, Healthy Nation campaign. And as part of that, we're keeping Ghana clean, and by so doing, eliminating the mosquitoes. So this office, which calls itself Mosquito Control Program, saw what I was doing and called on me to be their ambassador for the Mosquito Control Program, working towards eliminating malaria.
Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
And gospel, are you doing any collaborations with any of the gospel artists?
A lot of things in the pipeline. We'll let you know when they come out.
Okay, I'll be waiting for that. And I know there's this one person you will love to meet in the gospel world internationally, and I want you to tell our audience who this person is, because I know I happened to dig and get you. I did get you a CD on that. So, who is this person?
As a little child, as a young girl, I loved Sissy Winans. It's so funny. I love Sissy Winans so much. I wrote her a letter.
You did?
But I didn't post it.
Why? You didn't post it?
I didn't post it. I'm glad I didn't. I know God has brought me to a point where I know that everything that will work for my good, He brings it my way. And the places I force myself to go don't usually work. So I'm waiting for her to come my way, and she will.
Wow. It's been a pleasure. But before you go, you're a mom, you're a wife, a gospel artist, an ambassador. How do you find time to balance your life?
Wow. That's why you met me eating rice and my kids were around me. And but it's beautiful. I enjoy what I do. And I think it's the busy life that took my mind off things when I wasn't having children. But I've surrounded myself with people who help me. I have a wonderful management team here in Europe and outside the rest of Europe. And I have a manager back home in Ghana who does things for me back home. I have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful husband that God sent me from nowhere. And he's doing great. He babysits when he has to. He prays when he has to. He does the documents when he has to. He looks out for songs. He criticizes me. I have a family that are on the watch, on the lookout for things that I do. They are my greatest critics. They are my greatest fans. And they are always on Facebook, tweeting, looking out on YouTube, seeing what I've done, what I wore which wasn't good, which shouldn't be repeated. You know, the song I did which was good, which should be sang. I have a supportive family.
Wow, talking about looking good, you look good.
And I'm trying to learn from you, isn't it?
Thank you so much, Diana Hamilton, for taking time out to come on the Nana Cheche Show. Thank you, and best wishes to all that you do.
Thank you ever so much. I appreciate this.
Thanks you. Wow, it's been wonderful having Diana Hamilton on our show, the Nana Cheche Show. This is a show, as I said, it's going to inspire you. If Diana has done it, you can also do it. Bring out that voice or that talent that God has blessed you with, and I tell you, you will be a great person in the world or in your community. Thank you for watching.